Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is MACERLY, or you can call me Maddie, and I'm Norwegian. Yes, jag är norsk. What was I yes på engelska? Men jag skulle säga att jag är norsk. Det går in med. Okay. And today I will be sharing 10 fun facts, including a couple of facts about the Norwegian graduation with you because I love my country and I have a couple of things to share that the rest of the world might find pretty weird. Also, if you're Swedish, Norwegian, or Danish, I see you all. You've got to subscribe to this channel and join the MACERLY squad because Scandies need to stick together, right? And of course, if you're from the rest of the world, feel free to subscribe and join the family. So if you've been a part of this MACERLY squad for a while, or if you just watched my videos before, you know that I have a slight obsession with finding ways one can be more productive and be more organized. And that's why I'm really excited to share that this video is made in collaboration with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators with more than 25,000 classes in presentation skills, productivity, business, and more. And with Skillshare's premium membership, you'll get access to unlimited classes such as Thomas Frank's Productivity Masterclass, which touches on 10 different ways of making your life feel a little bit more productive and a little bit less stressful. I know we all kind of need that, don't we? Also, one of my favorite authors and speakers, Simon Sinek, I have a couple of his books standing over here, weird flex but okay, has a course on presentations. It's definitely a course that I'll be taking notes on as I prepare for my oral exam in 2 weeks. Yeah. Right now, you can get 2 months free of Skillshare if you're one of the first 500 people to sign up using the link in my description box down below. And get ready to join a community of over 7 million creators learning with Skillshare. I mean, that's one epic community. Alright, we have a lot of facts to cover. Let's go right ahead and get into this video. Alright, so the first 3 facts here are going to be on the Norwegian Russetid, or graduation as we can translate it into. And for that sake, I will be changing into my graduation costume. The first weird / funny fact about the Norwegian graduation is that what we do is that for 4 or 5 or 6 weeks we gotta wear this interesting costume / uniform. And what you do with this uniform is that you decorate it with your name, your letters, a couple of fun things that says something about you. Some people write on it. I have a couple of writings, a couple of places. I have the Libra sign. I have some things on my knee as well. You can't really see that, but it's there. And you'll see mostly everyone who is graduating this year wearing this type of uniform. But you can also see it in different colors. Red is the most usual color. Blue is also a pretty normal uniform color to have. It all really depends on what kinds of subjects you have, but you can also kind of switch in between them. So technically I would be blue Rus, because I take economics and marketing and maths. However, because everyone in my school mostly are Rørus, I became a Rørus. If you take what we call elektrofag, which is basically like electrical subjects, I guess, you will become a black Rus, or sort Rus as we call it, and your uniform will be black. And if you take the course in high school that's like nature, you will become a green Rus, which is grønn Rus, and your uniform will be green. Fact number 2. What is the Russetid actually? People can buy a bus, you can pimp that bus, and you can roll, basically like listen to music, really loud music, and then partying on the bus each night for a month. Or you can create a concept with your friends, or you can create a van and drive in that. Or you can just be a normal Rus, which goes around different parties and hangs out with our friends and parties with them. If you're on a bus, then you're most probably out every night. If you're not like me, you're most probably out just in the weekends. The Russetid essentially is supposed to be people, Norwegian school kids, celebrating that they're done with 13 years of school. However, it collides with the period of your school year before your exams, which is kind of weird. We still have school while people party every single night and people go out every weekend. But yeah, the Russetid is a fun time. It's essentially a little bit chaotic because there's so many different people doing different things, and you can basically choose what you want to do, if you want to be really out and about, or if you just want to wear your uniform, or if you don't want to wear your uniform at all and just be a more casual Rus. It's really up to you. Fact number 3. Let's talk about Russekort. Every year, the people that are Rus are creating their like Russe ID with a picture of them. Most of the time, most pictures are from when they're kids, and then they write a cute quote or a funny quote or a joke that's a little bit harsh. So when you go out and about with your uniform, literally like hundreds of kids will be running up to you and asking for Russekort. They basically look like this, or the normal ID card size. For the kids, the cards have like different values, so because the red is the most normal, they have the less value, and then blue, green or black, and then gold is like top notch. The kids trade them with each other, they play games with them. Alright, enough said about the graduation. I hope you got a little bit of knowledge out of that. Let's change back into normal clothes. Fact number 4. You've probably heard about the couple of people that have been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, such as Barack Obama and Malala. I remember I learned this when I was in 6th grade, and I at this time had no clue of why Norway has the honor of delivering out the Nobel Peace Prize every year. Alfred Nobel lived in a time where Norway was in union with Sweden. Take this with a grain of salt, but if I remember correctly, it was in the period between 1814 and 1905. So he lived in the period in between there. Before he died, he created this fund and this prize. He wanted Sweden to deliver out all the, I guess we could say, like valuable prizes at that time, like math, physics. But he also wanted Norway, that was a country in union with Sweden, to have a prize to give out. And he was like, what's the least valuable prize we can give Norway? Oh, we'll just give him the Peace Prize. And then that prize kind of ended up being the most valuable. But yeah, fun fact, that's why every year the Nobel Peace Prize is given out in Norway. Fact number 5. You know that really satisfying tool? And I've gotten the comments about this a couple of times as well, so I know you guys find it satisfying. That's originally from Norway. Welcome to Norway through the kitchen.
Norway through the kitchen.
Firstly, there's the normal cheese slicer, and then there's the brown cheese slicer, and they're kind of different. This is brown cheese, and here we have some jarlsberg. The cheese slicer is called ostehøvel, and it's really great. And the kind of ironic thing about this invention is that, you know, most of the world don't use this cheese slicer thingy, but we still take lots of pride in it. Fact number 6. We have a word in the Norwegian language that I believe that people around the world in their language should adopt. In English, I love you can be used in like this really meaningful way, like I love you, you'll say to your girlfriend of 10 years. But you can also in English say I love you to people just met or people over the internet. Jeg elsker deg, which is the literal translation of I love you. It's more meaningful. It's like something you say when you're extremely in love with someone. But our saying jeg er glad i deg is basically like the most warm saying. Jeg er glad i deg and jeg elsker deg kind of represent two different things. The meaning of jeg er glad i deg is I'm so glad that I have you in my life. Jeg er glad i deg is something you can say to your friends or your family, and there's so much positivity surrounded with that word. So guys, jeg er glad i dere. Fact number 7. Norwegians are among the best English speakers in the world, according to actually a couple of different sources, which is kind of cool. There is sort of a little bit of a difference between generations of how well people speak English, but overall Norwegians are pretty good in English, I must say. Fact number 8. Here's a fun fact, actually. We don't complain. Pretty much all Norwegians, they won't complain. If the food's bad, they'll say like, yep, it's great.
Det er alltid blir 70 kroner for det her, jeg ser ut som vann. Ok, men prøv å smake på det og se om det smaker annerledes da. Det smaker som vann også.
How did you find the food? Do you like it?
It's great. The food's great. Thanks. Jeg må dra fra nå.
However, what we do sometimes is take to the internet to write bad reviews after we've said that everything is good, which is kind of confusing. Fact number 9. Every time you feel like something is wrong with you, you'll have a cold, you'll have a bad headache, you'll feel a little bit nauseous, you'll feel anxiety even. You'll hear the same saying, go outside, it's good for you.
This may be because Norwegians have a tendency to believe that being outside in nature is the best treatment for anything.
And honestly, I do believe in this saying a little bit. If you follow me on Instagram at MACERLY official, you know how I treat my headaches. You'll see that in my stories. I just go outside for a hike or for a run and my headache disappears. And the last fact is that the people of Oslo, Norway, every single year before Christmas donate a Christmas tree to Trafalgar Square in London. And this is to show our gratitude to the people of London who assisted us when the Norwegian royal family had to fly? During World War II, when the Nazis occupied Norway, the royal family had to flee to London and they got help there. So we still thank them every Christmas for that. I've known this fact since I was in grade 2. However, whilst I did my research for this video, it was really nice being reminded of it because, as some of you may know if you watched my last video where I talked about where I'm going to uni and stuff like that, I'm going to be moving to London next year, and it's sort of nice knowing that there'll be a little part of Oslo still there for me in London in Trafalgar square. If this video sparked your interest in learning more things, then definitely check out the link in my description to sign up for Skillshare, where there are over 25,000 creators teaching you a lot of different things that you might find interesting. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone!